if the AI you choose today could make you 10 more productive or waste hours of your time? Right now, 3 AI giants are competing for the top spot: ChatGPT Claude and Gemini. Millions of people use them every day, but which one is actually the best in 2026? In this video, we'll compare them in writing, coding, research, and real-world performance to find out which AI truly wins. Let's get started. What each AI is good at. Let's start with the basics. What each AI does best out of the box. ChatGPT, made by OpenAI, is the most well-known and arguably the most versatile. It handles coding, writing, research, and image generation all in one place. It's the go-to for most people because it has the widest set of tools and integrations available right now. Claude, made by Anthropic, stands out when it comes to long documents, thoughtful writing, and nuanced conversations. It has one of the largest context windows of any AI, meaning it can process entire books, reports, or long code bases in a single session. Gemini, made by Google, is deeply integrated into the Google ecosystem, Docs, Sheets, Gmail, YouTube, and it shines when you need real-time web information or want to work across Google products. So right from the start, each one has a clear lane. Writing quality. Who writes better? When it comes to writing quality, Claude consistently produces the most natural and human-sounding text. It understands tone, context, and nuance in a way that feels less robotic. If you're writing blogs, emails, scripts, or long-form content, Claude often delivers the best first draft. ChatGPT is close behind. It's fast, flexible, and great at following specific formatting instructions. You can give it a detailed prompt, and it will match your style quite accurately. Gemini's writing is solid, but can sometimes feel more generic or templated compared to the other two. It gets the job done, but for creative or polished writing, it usually lags a bit. Winner for writing, Claude, with ChatGPT as a strong second. Coding, which AI codes best? This is where ChatGPT still holds a strong lead. OpenAI has trained heavily on code, and GPT-4o handles complex programming tasks, debugging, and multi-file code bases very well. It also integrates with tools like GitHub Copilot, making it the preferred choice for developers. Claude is a close competitor here. It's excellent for understanding large blocks of code and explaining what's happening in plain language. For reviewing or refactoring long code files, Claude's large context window gives it a real edge. Gemini has improved a lot with its Gemini 1.5 and 2.0 models, especially for Python and data-related tasks, but it still falls short compared to GPT-4o for general software development. Winner for coding, ChatGPT, with Claude as a strong alternative for code review. Research and accuracy. Who gets facts right? Accuracy matters a lot, especially for research tasks. Gemini has a clear advantage here because it is connected to real-time Google search. It can pull in current news, prices, stock data, or recent events, something the other two can't do natively without plugins. ChatGPT has web browsing available in its paid plan, but it's not as deeply integrated as Gemini's search capability. Claude does not browse the internet by default. Its knowledge cuts off at a fixed date, which means it can be behind on recent events. However, for analyzing documents you upload, PDFs, spreadsheets, research papers, Claude is outstanding. Winner for research, Gemini for real-time info, Claude for document analysis. Context window. Who handles long content? This is Claude's biggest technical advantage. Claude 3.5 and Claude 3 Opus support context windows of up to 200,000 tokens. In practical terms, that means you can paste an entire book, a long legal contract, or a massive codebase, and Claude will read and understand all of it once. ChatGPT's GPT-4o supports around 128,000 tokens, which is still very large and handles most real-world tasks without any problem. Gemini 1.5 Pro actually supports up to 1 million tokens in some configurations, making it the technical leader for extreme-length documents. But in everyday use, Claude and ChatGPT handle long content more reliably and consistently. Winner for context window. Claude for everyday use, Gemini for extreme cases. Safety and reliability. Which one you can trust? Claude is built by the company Anthropic, which focuses strongly on AI safety and responsible behavior. Because of this design, Claude is very careful about the types of requests it answers. If a request could be harmful, misleading, or unethical, Claude usually refuses clearly and explains why. Its responses also tend to be calm, structured, and logically reasoned, which makes it feel very consistent. However, this strong safety focus has a downside. Some users feel Claude can be too cautious, meaning it may refuse certain requests that are actually harmless or reasonable. Even so, many people consider Claude one of the most predictable and trustworthy AI systems when it comes to giving balanced, well-thought-out answers. ChatGPT, developed by OpenAI, has also improved a lot in terms of safety and guardrails over time. But compared to Claude, it can sometimes be easier to influence through clever prompting techniques, which may cause it to give answers it normally would avoid. ChatGPT is also somewhat more prone to hallucinations. This means it might confidently present information that sounds correct, but is actually inaccurate, especially when the topic is very specific or uncommon. Gemini from Google can also experience hallucinations because it often relies on information pulled from the web. It may sometimes show outdated information or sources that are not very reliable. Pricing. Which one gives best value? All three offer a free tier, and all three have paid plans at roughly the same price. ChatGPT Free gives you access to GPT 3.5 and limited GPT-4o usage per day. ChatGPT Plus is $20 per month and unlocks full GPT-4o access, image generation with DALL-E, voice mode, and plugins. For heavy users or teams, ChatGPT also has a team and enterprise plan with more API access and security controls. Claude Free gives you limited access to Claude 3 Sonnet, and Claude Pro is also $20 per month, giving you priority access to Claude 3.5 Sonnet and Opus, with the full large context window and faster response times during peak hours. Gemini Free includes access to Gemini 1.5 Flash, while Gemini Advanced, bundled in Google One AI Premium at $20 per month, gives you Gemini 1.5 Pro and full integration across all Google Workspace apps, including Docs, Gmail, and Meet. At the same price point of $20 per month, all three offer solid value. The best pick depends entirely on what you use it for most, and if you're a heavy user, the paid plan is almost always worth it. Which one should you pick? Here's the simple breakdown. If you need an all-in-one AI for coding, writing, images, and general tasks, go with ChatGPT. It's the most complete package and has the largest community of users, which means better third-party integrations, more tutorials, and more plugins built around it. If you do a lot of writing, work with long documents, or want an AI that feels more thoughtful and less robotic, go with Claude. It's especially good for professionals who need careful, well-reasoned responses rather than quick answers. If you're already in the Google ecosystem, need real-time web info, or use Google Docs, Sheets, and Gmail daily, go with Gemini. It fits right into your existing workflow without needing extra apps or tools. And honestly, many power users subscribe to two of these at the same time, using each one for what it does best. There is no single winner that beats the others in every category. The best AI in 2026 is the one that fits your workflow. After comparing ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, one thing is clear: each AI has its own strengths. The real question is, which one works best for you? Let us know in the comments which AI you prefer. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos about AI and future technology. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.